This is an interesting one today. Talk about a couple things. First off is Jared Kushner and the Saudis and Israel, the Purple Revolution. He's probably helped it along. Because people are realizing they can't say anything about Israel. Kushner, along with the Saudis and Israel, buying up EA Games, which then gives them, and Kushner is basically Russian mafia on the American side, and who used to be a slumlord, because the new gold is data. And these countries are now going to have all of our data to mine our behaviors. And you can see, and this is something they really don't like, because as soon as I wrote it down in my notebook, I've been attacked like 3 times in the last 2 days. It's been pretty insane. Way more than normal. Also, one of the things also about, I was thinking about how banks, the oligarchs ripping us off, all right? They get us into debt. We pay the debt. Who we pay the debt to? Them. Then they pay wages, and then through the wages, we pay taxes. And those taxes, we pay in debt. So they're double dipping. And then they keep pushing down the wages, so we get nothing out of our taxes, and we get nothing out of our wages, because inflation's eating everything up, and they're just spiraling and making everyone pissed off. And this whole white Christian nationalism, this Seven Mountains thing, it's not Christianity. This is psychopathy masquerading as Christianity, and not even early Christianity, because early Christianity, when you read and study it, it was, a bunch of merchants, a bunch of enlisted soldiers, and even your slaves, which aren't this type of slaves that we have now. What that happened during the European slaves. Then slaves can still have families and things like that. You couldn't break them up, and you could work your way out of it. So it wasn't chattel slavery. So that's what Christianity was about. And this whole false Jesus was tough, and then at the same time the victim martyr thing they got going on, it's just pure cluster B. I'm a victim, but then I got to be mean and tough. It's just really twisted what they're doing to Christ's message. So, we have to assume the government shutdown is going to be for 90 days. We have to set up websites to help those who are being furloughed for the pain, because they're going to use those persons that are furloughed, their pain, to put pressure. And you say it's the Democrats, because they're going to say, well, if you're supposed to be for the working people, yet they're the ones who call themselves the Working People's Party. It's kind of hilarious. And the Republicans, at any time they have the votes, they have 53 votes in the Senate, they can end this at any time they wish. So it's all on them. They're going to try to spin it through the propaganda machine called Fox. And it's a really pretty tree over there. Isn't that gorgeous? So we have to stay strong. The goal, once again, is to force Congress to uphold the Constitution. They're attacking me really, really hard right now. So I know the oligarchs and the global authoritarians are terrified, because they need Trump to overthrow the Constitution. And those are Putin, Modi, King Charles, was off the top, the dude Melu down in whatever his name is, down in Argentina or whatever. All these global authoritarians need the United States to fall. And we can't let that happen. especially because the United States falls and the UK falls, because Britons aren't going back to full serfdom. I don't even, Charles could say he has his knights all locked in, but only reason is because there's a counterbalance, i.e. the United States. Right now, there's the Purple Revolution. We have no kings on the 18th. People are starting to wake up to what's going on. I see a moment right here. In this next couple of weeks, there's a strong moment. We can then build another moment after that, and then another moment, and start spinning that wheel, getting that wheel faster. The opportunity to return the electoral power back to away from the oligarchics, back to the middle class, and swing that pendulum back, becomes greater. Or we are going to live through a lot more pain, waiting for desperation to squeeze, and everyone will get pissed off. And they're betting on the technology, such as Palantir, to be able to squeeze and control anything that tries to get out of their grip. We'll see how that works. Or hopefully we don't. But they're nervous. They're very nervous. They have to gain full control soon in their minds, or everything falls apart. And the tech bros want Vance in, but that's, when the house of cards falls, we have to rip it out by the root. See you in the next one. Stay focused. Stay true. Stay hopeful. We got this.